Several false but frightening threats of an active shooter were called into several schools across New York this morning, 2 right here in Western New York.
And although they were hoaxes, there's a discussion underway about what comes next and how students are coping. 2 on your side's Keelan Berrien joins us from South Park High School with more. Keelan?
Yeah, Scott and Mary Alice, schools all around the region are on high alert. We already seen what was going down over in Nashville, but now here in Buffalo, luckily this was all just a hoax, but parents and students are still shaking up. So let's break down and tell you what all we know so far. The Buffalo police received a call just before 11 this morning claiming multiple shots were fired and students were shot in the bathroom at South Park High School. Around that time, Lockport High School was going through the same kind of false alarm. Lockport School District responded with a post on social media saying the high school was on lockdown. In Buffalo, the threat was determined to be a hoax. Restrictions were lifted, but some students went home while others returned to class. To reiterate, there was no active shooter at either school, just threats. Here in Buffalo, Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia says he's been speaking with the school district about security measures. This includes adding bulletproof windows, steel doors, etc. However, he wants students to enjoy school rather than feel imprisoned. South Park students tells me they didn't know what was happening. They were in between classes when they found out themselves suddenly being pulled into classrooms by teachers. It wasn't until the students went to Facebook and saw this post about an active shooter that they understood what was happening. They're shaken, but some students aren't fazed by it.
We saw what happened in Nashville. The shooter shot the glass out of the door and made entry. So now, do you put, steel screens on your doors? Do you put bars on the other side of the glass? And we're making our schools like prisons. That's really the sad state here.
This isn't the first time it happened, and I feel like considering that all services are to one school, it kind of attracts other schools to cause more chaos. So I'd say, I don't know, it's normal, but it shouldn't be.
Protect our students as well, so there is an expense.
And Commissioner Gramaglia says in an event like this one, a person can face multiple charges for making a false report, but the false threats are happening at many schools around New York. Once again, the threat against Lockport High School was only a hoax. School officials have notified parents about the threat and saying that this swatting incident this was a part of a swatting incident that was happening in other areas. And as soon as we find out more information, if we find out more information, we will keep you updated along the way. But reporting outside of South Park High School, Keelan Berrien, Channel 2 News.